Hey, yeah, it's Rio for Life, rocking it out. I am headed down to McGregor. I got another half hour to go. Oh, no, I didn't have sound for a while because I was recording for B-roll to use for a different project. I needed just some silent road stuff. Put it behind on a green screen or something. So now I am here. It's been a long day. I unloaded a 10-foot U-Haul last night, got my office all into my living room. It's kind of funny. I put 6 folding tables from the steps in front of my house all the way to the street. So I would take a box out of the U-Haul, put it on the table, and then just slide it down to the front. So all I had to do is carry it. I had a company, 3 people, $350. They were going to come do it, never showed up. The guy that was supposed to shovel never showed up, so I didn't want to fall, so I figured this would be the best way to get it all in. Oh, I am on Instagram, Kim D, Kim High, Heye, and Facebook. I don't even think I have the Instagram or TikTok apps downloaded yet. To be honest with you all, I'm still active on MySpace. I never left MySpace. It took a long time to get me to go to Facebook. And so me learning the ins and outs of something else, I will do it only if I have to. I'm willing to. Yeah. It's a lot. But yes, I think I'm on everything. Not as Real for Life. I'm under my own name on the others. Kim D High, Heye. Yeah. I lost my train of thought there. Testing out a third-party app that takes anything you guys say on the comments and it verbally does it. Now, I'm only able to use it on my computer right now, but I'm working on finding one so I can do it on my mobile. I like being hands-free. I don't like watching the chat. What I'm talking about, it's basically a third-party app that people who are blind use. I found it on Periscope, which is no longer an app or a website. It was like Snapchat, but for streaming. You could stream like this and it would go away in 24 hours. So on Periscope, I probably could find him on TikTok. Maybe he's on YouTube, but it was the blind Periscoper. And that's where I learned about this type of product. And I loved it. It was great. So I'm hoping it will help me out. I'm going to probably do a few premieres where I can be hanging out in the chat with you. I don't really multitask too well between being live and paying attention to chat. It makes me forget what I was saying, even with an outline. Oh, I know. Too funny. I should have put something on there earlier to say that I was doing the B-roll, other than in the title. There's a train track near, just outside of Pengelly, and what I want to do this year is I'm going to walk out on the water and do a set of pictures underneath this train track bridge. Then in the summer, I want to go out on the boat and go underneath that exact same area and take pictures. It's not the type of place where I'll be able to go up on the tracks and take pictures down onto the water, but if I can, I will. So one of the dream shots that I want to do is going to the top of a water tower and taking pictures, looking down. I was able to lay flat on the ground with my head next to a wind turbine. And so I've got some video and audio, and it was a really cool experience feeling the vibration of the turbine. They're huge. I've seen them on the ground and up on the air, up in the air. So I'd like to do one from up on top, since I've got on the bottom. Different perspective of the world, the kind of things you don't always notice. Now that I'm finally figuring out more of StreamYard, I've been working on where I'll be able to go live and bring up pictures that I've taken. And so, yay! I'm excited. Little by little, I keep learning how to do this. It's probably one of the most human things I've done, reaching out to the world with this YouTube-y thing. Kind of can't take yourself too seriously when you've got who knows how many points of view, not judging you, but kind of evaluating, making their own determinations. No one can ever know everything about anyone. You might think you do, but I honestly believe that every single human being holds something back. It's not being secretive or sneaky or anything. It's just being able to hold on to just something for you. I think they call it private boundaries. I can be really good at making a boundary, but really hard at making it stick. I really don't like being like the bad guy. And that's what it feels like when I'm trying to hold on to a boundary. I feel like I'm the bad guy for having the boundary. And I know I'm not. It's this false thing in my head telling me that I shouldn't let other people suffer when it's easy for me to go without, or easier for me to change. And the reality is I don't need to change. They don't need to change. Some things just are the way they are. I always hated that saying, it is what it is. It seems so futile, like there's nothing on the other end of the equation. Nothing on the other side of an equal sign. What do you mean it is what it is? No, that makes no sense to my brain. But I'm learning. I'm learning that absolutely there are things in life that just are. It's not right, it's not wrong, it just is. Oh. And it's frustrating for me. I don't think it should be that way. Something heartbreaking. Just, I don't know, it shouldn't be. One of the pizza drivers at local business, been there 15 years, didn't show up for work yesterday. Someone went and knocked on the door and didn't answer. They sent someone else over who's closer friends and who kind of knew where the key was and things like that, and found him dead. So now the process of, waiting for an autopsy and finding out what happened. But in the meantime, this is your best delivery driver and closer, and you can replace the position but not the person kind of situation. And so it's kind of sad right now. And it's where my daughter works. She's a general manager there. So she's one of the people that'll have to hire and replace this gentleman. And it's like, I'm kind of bringing it back to it is what it is. It doesn't matter what he died from, he's dead. He's unalived. Oh, there you use the YouTubey words. He's not here, he's gone. Nothing can change it. Nothing can make it better. And my brain really struggles with those things because I think there should be something. I always try to find the silver lining or making something positive out of a negative. And that can make you exhausted and drive you crazy. Instead of just accepting that it is what it is. And nothing more is needed. And I don't do death the way most people do. I just don't. It's weird. Probably part of like neurodiversity and ADHD kind of stuff, out of sight, out of mind. It's hard for me to make connections with things that are absent. But I feel the loss for the community. I feel even just a pizza delivery driver, I feel that loss. He didn't have kids. He wasn't married. Had a girlfriend that, dating. They weren't living together. Just a human being, living life day to day. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I'm discovering there are so many more people like that than there are like me. And that's good. As far as doing YouTube or being more public with your point of views or experiences, it's a different type of personality that's willing to do that and share that. Did you know, up until like 3 years ago, or no, 2020, 2019, right in that time frame, so 6 years ago, I did not know that you could do this on YouTube. I didn't know anything about the live aspect of it. I thought YouTube was just do-it-yourself videos. Because I would Google how to do something, and there'd be videos that would come up. And then when we did auctions, we'd load things up on YouTube, and then we'd just share the link into the auction website. And those were the only things that I knew YouTube did. And YouTube's been around a long time. But from being raised Mormon, I didn't seek things out, especially with technology. I was encouraged to, use the internet like it was last resort kind of things. And then, I discovered independent media. People that just go out there and report and follow and do news stuff on the ground. And that led me to discover so many different YouTubers, a different variety of subjects and areas and things I never would imagine. Amazing channels that just have rainstorms, all different types of rainstorms that you can relax or sleep to. And I know some of you are sitting here thinking, oh my God, how could she not know this? Well, guess what? I didn't. But I do now. I know. Oh, you see that? Eagle, bald eagles? I'm hoping when I look back I don't judge myself too harshly. It's kind of like looking at old pictures. We only can do what we know in our moments. So right now I'm doing what I know. And as I know more and have more experience, I'll get better. And so will you. And I'm just glad you guys are here for the beginning. You're watching my little baby steps as I, join into a society that I never embraced. I was proud to be a peculiar people. One of the many little taglines I learned in church. We were unique and peculiar. Oh, this is such a beautiful day. Much better than the last time I was driving down here. That was crazy. No visibility. You guys were on the trip before that. There's not much in life let's see, how do I phrase it? It's easy to think that you can't do it, or that nobody cares, or it's not worth it. But if it's worth it to you, and it's important to you, and it adds a value to you and your life, it's absolutely worth it. It doesn't have to be worth something to someone else to have value. And that's the way I look at my YouTube. It really does not matter what anybody else gets out of this. Because I'm doing it for me. And now I'm hopeful you're going to have some fun along the way, but I need this. I need this for me. I need to expand my horizons, be willing to grow, not lock myself up away from people. There will be conflicts, there will be challenges. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to make it fun. Oh, here it is. This is where I stopped and showed you the ice houses on the lake, which means I'm getting close to my turnoff because we are at big lake. So let's see. Tell you what I'll do here. I think I got a nice spot. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to being kind of goofy and silly. I don't know. I want to do some serious content too, but there's so much research and different things involved to do anything with a little more seriousness. So I'm going to keep practicing and playing around for the next probably 3 weeks. And so, oh, here we go. This is what I'll do. I will turn over here. Da, 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 da. Yay! Come over to the side. Whoa! Hey, hey! Ooh! That put me in park. Ta-da! Yes, I know. I am choosing myself first. But I'm not forgetting that there's other things and people in the world. That's still important to me to kind of have that little bit of a balance. And I'll get there. I know I will. Um, my some dear friends have told me that I'm already there. They said, you are already at that destination. You're already doing all the things you think you're not. So I've been thinking about that the last couple of days. I'm doing all the things that I think I'm not. Making the progresses, and I'm not seeing it for myself. Ooh, that's something kind of deep to think about, is how many of the things are you doing are you not recognizing? You're not holding on to and saying, I am getting there. Or for me, I'm there. I don't have to fight. I don't have to struggle. I have to accept. I'm here. I'm doing it. I've changed. I'm still going to keep changing. But the biggest part of what I needed to do to start breaking that indoctrination from the Mormon Church and start having half a shot at critical thinking or making choices for me and not for other entities. My friend's right. I am doing that. I am breaking out of that indoctrination. 110%. It's going to keep taking time. I'm at the beginning of year 6, so I'm still like a little kid. And yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, it is. It is. And I love it. Some of you have known me in and out of different chat rooms and some channels that I mod for. And they've been excited to see what I'm going to do going out on my own. And I'm excited too. So oh yeah, no, critical thinking. A woman? Oh no, a woman with critical thinking? Oh, that's right. If I were in a certain time frame, I would be a witch being burned at the stake. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Forward-thinking woman? Now, one of the definite more quote scientific or knowledgeable things I'm doing, I have half of the episode ready, and it's about hydration. Because we talk a lot about staying hydrated, but most of us don't really know the connections between hydration and blood and and how all of water works within our body. And when I learned a lot more about it, it made it a lot more important. Your meds will work better, your brain works better. There's so many things. And I guarantee you, you can drink water, you can supplement with foods. You don't have to have 64 ounces of just water. And it's easier than you think to get 8 ounces in. I've got a little 8 ounce container, and we'll play some games, and I got some different things, and I'll learn different tips from you. We all have different ways to do what we do, but I want to help people know what that bottom line is for your body. Because the main thing I know is if you don't have the basic things to take care of, a roof over your head, food and water, clothes, nothing else matters. You're going to struggle, and you're going to have a lot more challenges and failures and setbacks, and so much if you don't have some of those basic things. It's hard to get a job without a dress. It's hard, it's hard to be alive if you're not eating and drinking. Now, with that, there's changes some people would have to make. Maybe you need to not spend so much money. Maybe you need to do different things. I'm not sure. We're all different. There's basic needs. If you don't have them, you're screwed. End of story. I want to help us focus and be able to get some of those basic needs met. And you all help me learn how to have more of the fun stuff and the money stuff, and not feel guilty going out to eat. Going out to eat, I feel guilty. It just costs so much. But it's also putting food on a lot of other people's tables, things for their kids. I don't have to do it all the time, but I can do it without feeling a guilt. I shouldn't feel guilty for just going to a local restaurant in town and having lunch or getting a coffee. I do instant coffee, half ice and half coffee in a mason jar. But I feel guilty if I go to Caribou Coffee or Starbucks and buy something that $5 for my instant coffee. It lasts me a couple months. $5, $6 for something done. Oh, my brain, it's hard. It's so hard for my brain to connect to those things. I can do it. I will do it. You'll hear me say that. I just can't. I'm not doing it yet. Not doing it yet, but I'm getting ready to do it. The fact it's in my head and I'm uncomfortable with it, something goes simple and basic, yeah, that tells me not quite there. So thank you for hanging in here. For those of you that, lasted past my B-roll, I will be back later, and you guys will be able to see my new studio soon. It will be awesome. Now, before I get back on the road, I want you to remember every breath is another chance and another choice. So get out there and live it.